You ever wonder why your lease sounds like it was written by a lawyer who hates joy? That is because most leases were built for tenants staying a full year, not for a travel nurse who blows into town for 13 weeks and vanishes like a ghost with a stethoscope. Midterm rentals are their own weird category, sitting right between a hotel stay and a real apartment lease. You are not renting nightly like Airbnb chaos, but you're also not locking someone in for 12 months either. Travel nurses usually work contracts that last around 13 weeks, so your lease should match that rhythm instead of fighting it. Writing a strict one-year lease for a nurse on a 3-month assignment is like buying a winter coat for a beach vacation. Start your lease with clear contract dates, because nurse assignments can shift if the hospital extends or cuts the contract short. You want language that allows for an extension option, since happy nurses often get asked to stay longer by their unit. Furnishing matters more here than almost anything else because nobody wants to drag a mattress across state lines. List exactly what is included: beds, kitchen basics, towels, even Wi-Fi speed, so there is zero confusion later. Utilities should be bundled into one flat rate whenever possible, because nurses do not want to set up 4 different utility accounts for a stay shorter than a school semester. Think of it like a subscription service. One price, no surprise bills showing up like an uninvited guest. A lot of landlords panic about pets, but plenty of traveling nurses bring a dog or cat for emotional support during stressful hospital stretches. Decide your pet policy early and put it in writing, because "we will figure it out later" is not a legal clause, it is a trap. Parking sounds boring until someone's rental car gets towed at 2 in the morning after a 12-hour shift. Specify exactly where they can park, because exhausted nurses do not have energy for a parking treasure hunt. Security deposits should stay reasonable, since this is a shorter stay and not a forever commitment. Charging a deposit like they are buying the building is going to scare away exactly the reliable, working professional tenant you want. Cleaning expectations need to be spelled out too, especially move-out cleaning, since many nurses are working wild shifts and cannot scrub baseboards at midnight. Some landlords include a cleaning fee in the lease so nobody fights over it during move-out week. A good lease should also explain the lease extension process in plain words, almost like a menu. If you want to keep renting month to month after week 13, here is exactly how that works, no guessing required. Sleep environment matters a ton, because nurses sleep at odd hours, sometimes at noon, sometimes never. Mention things like blackout curtains or quiet hours in nearby shared spaces if it applies, because somebody's night shift nap is sacred. A lot of landlords forget to mention furnishings for medical needs, like a strong desk setup for charting or a quiet corner for telehealth calls. Little details like that can be the difference between a 5-star review and someone ghosting your listing forever. Think of your lease less like a legal weapon and more like a clear agreement between 2 reasonable adults who both want this to go smoothly. The clearer you are up front, the fewer arguments you will have later, which is just good business and good karma. So if all this midterm lease talk has your brain spinning faster than a nurse running to a code, do you want to learn more about how we help with this stuff? Check out our links in the description.